Welcome back. As always, be sure to leave a comment, tell me how I can improve myself. I'm always looking for improvement. Your comments out a ton. Also, be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, kind of like in the same vein that I was talking about in the last video, and what I'm kind of trying to keep up with, is I want to have these videos be more like conversations rather than just me spouting off my opinion and you guys listening and keeping your opinion to yourself. I want to do more like conversation. So, kind of in celebration of that, I want to make this video really just a bunch of setups to discussions. And what I mean by that is I have a list here of things I could stretch out into their own videos. Some would be just a lot of filler, some would actually be like legit theories and stuff. Instead, I'm just going to kind of like state the prompt, give a very, very brief on my opinion of it, and then open it up in the comments for your guys' thoughts and feelings. And I'll be down there a lot, responding, giving my opinion, feeding off whatever you guys say. I also encourage you guys to go down there, just talk about it. I make these videos because I want to know other people's opinions. I don't want to just spout off mine. So I'm really curious what you guys are thinking about this. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Right off the bat, starting off with, do you guys think Janie Springs is a good replacement for Scooter? Spoiler alert for Tales from the Borderlands, but that game's been out long enough. All the games have been out long enough. I really shouldn't have a spoiler alert in front of it, but if you haven't played Tales from the Borderlands, highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, Scooter does die in that game, and last Gearbox's comments on it, they are going to kind of continue with what Tales set up. They're going to, not necessarily keep the same characters, but the storylines they set up, they're going to at least keep canon. Not necessarily they'll continue it or reference them, but they all be canon. So Scooter's dead, unfortunately, and that sucks. So my question is Janie Springs a good replacement for him? Personally, I don't think so. I am not a fan of her. Nothing against her personally. I just really love Scooter, and nothing can replace him. So I guess she's as good a replacement as anything. But I want to know what you guys think. Like, what would be a good characteristics for a good replacement Scooter? Next up, we got how can Handsome Jack be involved? I've kind of mentioned this in quite a few other videos, but no one else really comments on their thoughts, so I am really curious what you guys think. How should Handsome Jack be involved? I definitely don't think he should be the main villain again. He's like the greatest villain in all of video game history, but he's done. He had a good run. He was perfect the way he is. If they bring him back now, it'd just kind of be drawing him out. I do think he should still be present, not like physically, obviously, because he's dead, but his reign should be known. He owned Hyperion, he conquered planets, he took over Pandora. People should still talk about him. People should know what he did and how he, ruled. But, like I said, he should not be the main villain. But like all these, obviously, I want to know what you guys' opinion. Should they bring him back as the main villain? Should he just be kind of completely forgotten? Also, what do you guys think of Jack in general? Obviously, I love him, but I know people don't always think that way. Now this one's a bit more of a broader topic. Obviously, elements and elemental weapon types, they're a big part of the game, so I would expect them to come back. The real questions I have here are, should Cryo come back? I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't, but, Pre-Sequel is kind of an iffy game, like all around. Cryo is one of the parts I actually did enjoy about it. I thought it was a pretty good mechanic, and if they brought it back, I would be okay with it, because like I said, I enjoyed that aspect of it. Slag, a lot of people have issues with Slag, and I completely understand, because sometimes it's completely overpowered, sometimes it's just completely, like, you have to use it, it's just such a pain to have. Should it return? Should it come back in some form? Or should I just get rid of it completely? Also, is there any other elemental type that you guys think they should make? Because, I mean, it's just such a broad topic. They could come up with anything. They could make a new alien element like Slag, but have some other different kinds of properties, like it would do like a bleeding effect or just something like that, which I guess Slag was kind of that. Anyway, just what are your guys' opinion just on elementals in general? Mostly the cryo and Slag things. I'm really curious about what you guys think about that. Now this one I am very torn on. Obviously it's Borderlands, there's going to be swearing, but to what degree should there be swearing? I mean, they have that information rating. Should they drop F-bombs left and right? Or should they kind of keep it how it is? Keep it restrained, keep it just to like asses and they say shit or piss, you know, just stuff like that. Should they keep it to like the kind of lower end of swearing and censor the big words? The big words. Like, oh, big boy words. Anyway. Or should they, you know, just go for it? Because a lot of times, if they just let out an F-bomb, it'd be hilarious. But other times, like Mr. Torg being censored constantly, that's really funny. So it would get rid of that aspect too. So I'm kind of torn on how I feel about it. Because yes, it'd be nice just to have go for it, swear as much as you want. But at the same time, the way they use censors, it's almost funnier that way. Now, this one really deserves to be its own video, and I probably will make a whole video about this one, but before I do that, I do want your opinion on this. What do you guys think about kind of the subtle hints that they're putting out there? I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but there seems to be a lot more Borderlands activity on not really common places to see it. Like, someplace like iFunny. I've seen quite a few features about Borderlands, and they kind of sprinkled in throughout the years, but the past couple weeks there's been quite a few. And I realize that's not really Gearbox is doing, but it's working. What I kind of mentioned in the other video, how, you know, bringing up Borderlands 2 for VR, it's putting Borderlands back in the minds of people, and you know, it's making everyone remember, oh yeah, that game, yeah, when was 3 coming out? So yeah, I'm just guys take on. Like I said, I'll probably make a video about this one because there's a lot more to talk about, but and if you haven't noticed it, kind of pay more attention now, because there's definitely, I see it in places I don't usually see it, and it's good, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, just makes you more excited for 3. But yeah, well, what are your guys' thoughts on that? That about does it. I know this was a pretty short video, but I kind of want to make my videos shorter, just, you know, it's a lot easier to see a 5-minute video rather than a 20-minute video. So I am trying to keep these a lot shorter. This is a bit of an experiment, obviously, and I really look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below. Just because I want these to be more discussions. I'm sick of just me talking and that be the end of it. I want to hear your guys' opinion. I want to hear your side. That's why I made this channel, was just to talk to other people about Borderlands, because I was super excited for it. So yeah, that about does it. If there's any other topics that you guys want to talk about, leave those in the comments as well, and I'll be sure to include it in the next time I do this video. If you guys like this kind of video, I'll keep doing it. If not, I'll just go back to my normal, make a full-length theory, prediction, whatever video, and yeah, you guys comment on that way. But this way, just, you know, kind of gets a lot of topics out there at once, and it's much, I guess, easier to digest when it's just, you know, a little tidbit here, a little tidbit there. So yeah, that about does it. See y'all next one, hopefully. If you guys like it, I look forward to reading your comments, and keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.